Rojas.
All right, so here comes Frank Rojas from Merida in Venezuela, 31 years old, 24-2 with 23 KOs. His last fight was a fourth-round knockout over Kervin Arambulay, December 22nd. He's lost 2 of his last 4 and was stopped in 1 by Jose Benavidez Jr. in June. So when they take a look at the record, they say, well, he's fought a lot. How is he going to do in the United States?
And now, making his way into the arena, please welcome the undefeated Uzbek fighter, Israil, the Dream Madrimov.
So here comes Madrimov from Uzbekistan. Last fight, a TKO 6 over Vladimir Hernandez in November. That fight was scheduled for 10. He was 5-1 in a competition called the World Series of Boxing in 2017 and 18. Compatriot Dmitry Bivol, who's the light heavyweight champion of the world. Madrimov says he wants a title shot this year. Talk about ambitious plans.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening live on DAZN. It is a special WBA Super Welterweight attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearns at Matchroom Boxing USA in association with World of Boxing. Sponsored by JD Sports. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the Oneida Athletic Commission. The executive director is Dan Gustafson, and the World Boxing Association. The president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, supervisor, George Martinez. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this contest from ringside, Eric Marlinsky, John McKay, and Don Trella. At the sound of the bell, your 3rd man in the ring, referee Benji Estevez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the vacant WBA Super Welterweight Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the maroon trunks. He scaled 152.5 pounds. His professional record, 24 wins, 2 defeats. He has 23 wins coming by way of knockout. Presentado de Merida, Venezuela. Damas y caballeros, aquí tenemos Frank El Gallo Rojas. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the blue with white trim. He scaled at a ready 151.5 pounds. This 3-time Uzbek national champion and Asian Games and Asian Championships gold medalist now has a young but perfect professional record. 1 fight, 1 victory, and that victory came by way of knockout. Fighting out of Indio, California, by way of Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Introducing Israil, the Dream Madrimov.
That's where they'll meet in the middle, get final words.
Okay, may you receive your pre-bout instructions? Ya recibí tus instrucciones. Give me a clean fight. I'm going to pelear limpio. Obey my commands at all times. Check my todo el tiempo. Check yourself. Ahora suelta el gancho.
Rojas listed as having a 3.5-inch reach advantage. As you look at Madrimov, it's a little bit like Triple G. And here we go, round 1, scheduled for 10. Dave Bontempo with you as we look at Madrimov and Rojas. Intercontinental Championship fight in only his second fight. So he's been fast-tracked. And if you follow the career of guys like Vasyl Lomachenko, you know that they can get those title fights in maybe a handful. Vander Holyfield was like that back in his time. The guys who do that, they generally believe that those guys have a lot of power. Right to the body and then a right to the head here from Madrimov. Well, it's like you buy real estate. You don't go for the starter home. You go for a nice executive suite right on the beach. That's the equivalent of what Madrimov is trying to do with his career. Go for the riches right away. And that comes from amateur backgrounds and years of getting up to this. Good right hand here from Madrimov. It did go southpaw at times in his first fight. When he does that, that will open up a right hand lead opportunity for Rojas. And then the interesting thing is when the guy switches, do you go with it? If you're Rojas, do you ignore it half the time? Good right hand there by Rojas. Looping uppercut by Rojas. Now for Madrimov, going back to righty here. We'll talk next round about some of the options open for the different styles for him.
Jose.
Sit down.
Make sure that towel doesn't stay there when they're done, okay?
Israel, you're getting lazy in there. Come on. You get lazy. Come on. Tell him. Here. Don't get lazy. Come on. Wake up. Hey, you gotta use the jab more.
Hey, stop
Jab,
changing
jab,
shit.
right. Every
Stop
time you use the
changing
jab,
shit.
fucking here, go back. See? When you hit him with the jab,
All right.
see, jab, jab, boom, follow him with the
Don't let
right.
it happen again.
Catch him with the right, follow him with the left to the body. Okay? Combinations, 2, 3 punch combinations.
From that opening round, they're saying jab, jab, right hand. He remembers this. Good right hand to the body that did not have the jab, and then the hook that did not have the jab preceding it. Fighter sees something, corner sees something else.
Come on, Israel. Don't get lazy. Let's go to work. Come on.
Jose, you got that, right? Okay.
And we start round 2. Israel Madrimov and Frank Rojas. We told Madrimov to double up the jab and then fire the right hand. And then sometimes you wonder, did he hear all of that or did he just hear the part he wants, which might be the right hand? Now, when he goes lefty here, it opens up the right hand lead, double left hook for Rojas possibility. Watch the feet. The warning for Madrimov. And Estevez will issue a warning.
Gotta give
here.
him time. Stay here. Stay here. Stay there.
You get 5 minutes if referee decides you've been hit illegally and you're down.
He's got
Most
time.
guys
It's a foul.
don't use the 5. But Rojas will use some.
Está listo. Dame los guantes. No more. Time in.
Good jab fired out there by Madrimov.
Sube los golpes. Break. No punching.
Now he's going southpaw again, so watch the foot angle here. That wide angle shot, because you want to keep your lead foot outside the lead foot of your opponent. That is what Madrimov is succeeding at doing here, and that's giving him the angles to score. And do more. So how do you like that? He switches southpaw and drops Frank Rojas. And drops him badly. Rojas is in some deep water here. And we've got time. Question is, does Madrimov think it's time to gamble? Oh, he lands two nice shots there and a good right hand. Good uppercut and a huge left hook. That could be it, and it is. Look at what he did in about 20 seconds. He landed a right hand, a left hook, which really was the stopper.
156.
And a double flip. That's a highlight package. On the other side, did Rojas hit his head? That is a concern. So, excellent power proficiency, both as a right-hander and as a left-hander in the same round from Israel Madrimov. As I was outlining the advantages of him going lefty and the angles. Watch the angles he gives himself, and then huge, good left hand to the body, setting up the right hook, and then the knockdown sequence and one punch thrown when his opponent was down. Now, as a full-fledged, he squared up and then fires a huge left hand. Let's take another look. We saw a lot in a short time here. Big right hand right at the point of the chin, then the left hook. And then he scores with another right hand, left hook to the temple, uppercut, and that was the good night shot, the left hook. Brought a stretcher in for Rojas. Poignant moment here for Madrimov. You get the exultation and you want to celebrate. And then there's that sobering reality here. He'll go over and show his concern. And once the combat is over, these fighters care a lot about each other. They really get to the scene quickly now with ambulances and stretchers. Stabilizing the neck. Critical early moments. And normally you'd be seeing a joyful expression here from Madrimov. They did quick work with Rojas. Now, there was a time in boxing that you know, the ambulances were not always at ringside, and it would take some time. And, you know, if one ambulance was out, they'd have the other fight, and then you wouldn't have this. And so a lot of safety measures have been brought into boxing, over the course of time, and you see one of them. They get right in there for Rojas, who leaves. Obviously, we wish him well. And so does Madrimov and his camp. All right, David Diamante will have our final numbers, and let's have them.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could please get a nice round of applause for both of these fighters. Referee Benji Estevez calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 56 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by knockout. He's still undefeated and still the WBA Super Welterweight Intercontinental Champion, Israel, the Dream Madrimov.
So Madrimov, back to the ecstasy part. Saw some explosive hand speed. We saw the flips after the victory. Now apparently under the belief that Frank Rojas will be okay. He celebrates. Let's take a look at this here. Rojas comes in with 26 pro fights coming from the Venezuela circuit. So thought was that could be an equalizer with Madrimov having his second fight. There was the low blow, gave Rojas some time that opening round. Round 2, body shot starts it, and then as a squared up lefty, he landed a pulverizing right hook. And it was in the middle, it was packaged in between. So watch this sequence here. Watch where the left hook comes out of. It comes out of this package where the uppercut was there right before it, and that was a 10-point landing.